So today I wanted to come at you with anti-harm number 8. I feel like companies are making it easier and easier and easier for me to just not spend my money with them. Okay. So let's just get straight into it. I've got my little list in front of me written down because I didn't put it on my computer. So if I keep looking down, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so the first thing is something that I've already mentioned before in one of my previous videos, is the Tarte Shape Tape Foundation. Okay, now I'm going to put up a picture of the swatches. Okay, now as you can see, there's like 50 shades of white and like 3 or 4 shades for people of colour. I've already spoken about this in one of my recent Get Ready With Me's, and I feel like it was bang out of order for them to have the nerve to make 2 types of foundation, one hydrating, one matte, and not bother to include people of colour in either of those ranges. Like you made 2 different types of foundation, hydrating and matte. Yeah, so you've spent money on creating and developing 2 types of foundation instead of choosing one. Like if you wanted to do matte, do matte, or if you wanted to do hydrating, do hydrating, and then just extending that line to be a little bit more inclusive. But instead you decided to, let's make hydrating and matte and just make them predominantly white. That to me was like a big slap in the face to people of colour, because they bring people of colour on their trips to promote like their eyeshadow palettes and stuff like that. But when it comes to having our foundation range and shades and all of that, it's just kind of like, nope, we're just going to drop you out of this one. But to add insult to injury, we're going to say, but we're going to offer the white people 2 different types of foundation to choose from. You can choose hydrating or you can choose matte. We've got both for you, but for everybody else, there's just a couple of shades. We're just gonna throw in a couple. And as I've also said before, I am not going to beg a company to allow me to spend my money with them. Okay, if you don't want to include me, that's fine. I'll go and spend my money on NARS, Fenty, YSL, Bobbi Brown, or any other company that has Too Faced, who has shade that fit me in the first place. So I really felt that them creating 2 different types for white shades was just like a big like poke at people of color. Like we're going to accommodate and create for all of the light people, and we're going to give them 2 different types to choose from, and we're not even going to include you in either of them. Like that was just like no. Even though they've said that they're going to extend their range, I just feel like no, it's okay. I'm not going to beg you to include me in the first place. So that's that. Okay, next is the Coloured Rain Cheers to the Beauty palette. Now this, it's so pretty, don't get me wrong, it is so beautiful. I love all the colours, but I know I have these colours. I've created my own like Inglot palette, Kiko palette. They have, and I've also got like my BH Cosmetics palette as well. Is that all mattes? The Take Me to Brazil, is that all mattes or is it mattes and shimmer? I can't remember off the top of my head, but there's all of these different colours that I know that I can get in other palettes. And to be fair, I don't feel like these colours are original colours. It's like the red just looks like a standard red, and the blue looks like a standard blue, and the green looks like a standard green. It doesn't look like, just from looking at it, they look like, like primary colours, just the ones that you see on the colour wheel. They look like that to me at first glance. So it's like, you have like red, but it has like an undertone of brown with a hint of orange. Those refined colours that somebody formulated and put together and created like a unique colour. These don't look like unique colours to me. They just look like standard colours on the colour wheel. So I don't feel like I gravitate toward those kind of colours, but it does still look like a beautiful palette, but it's just not my kind of palette that I would draw toward. Next is the Kristen Lian Urban Decay collection. This is it's not my thing at all. Don't get me wrong, I like the packaging. Some of the packaging is nice, but aside from that, I just don't feel like it doesn't speak to me. Like the colours in the palettes and stuff, they just don't speak to me, and I just kind of feel like if it doesn't speak to me, I'm just not going to get it. And to be fair, I've seen some of Christine Lian's videos. I love her videos, her art, her makeup art is really good, and you know, but I don't go and watch her religiously on, like, every time she uploads a video I'm there watching it. That's not, I don't really follow her like that. I will sit and watch one of her videos, but I don't watch her religiously, so I don't feel like there's that connection either that I would go ahead and support somebody that I don't really watch that much. Like, you never know, in the future I might be watching her a lot, but right now that's not the case. So seeing as the collection doesn't really speak to me, she's not really one of my favorite go-to YouTubers. I'm just gonna not bother. The Lumia brush cleaner, I think I saw Graveyard Girl Bunny, she did, I think it was a good couple of years ago, she did a review on this, and to me the whole time I was like cringing. I was, what's gonna happen to her brushes? Because it just looks like when it's like you put the brushes in the little hold things and you put the brush egg on and it has all the water and but it just looks like it's grinding brushes into the cleaning pad, and it's like, oh my god, you're going to ruin those brushes. I would rather do it manually or find a way to do it where it's not like just grinding into something. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like it's just grinding. And me being someone who likes to make sure that my brushes are kept in the best condition that they could potentially be in, I can't put myself through it. I can't put myself through it, so I just need to just say no. And it's really expensive as well. It's really expensive. No, I can't do it. Also, we got the Too Faced Diamond Highlighter. Now, it's not because, okay, when you first look at it, it looks like a silvery highlight, diamond shape in a diamond box. Okay, but the email that I got, when it showed the close-up of the highlighter, it's like one bit was pink, the next bit was blue, the next bit was like green, almost like it's supposed to be like multifaceted, but I don't see that when people are applying it to their face. Obviously I assume that they're swirling it all in, but even when people have shown it in their reviews or Get Ready With Me or whatever it is, it just looks like a silver highlight. So what is it? Is it these different colors that you can use individually, or is it a silver? I don't know, but either way, it's not for my skin tone. That will look like ash on me, so I'm just gonna not do it. I'm not gonna put myself through it, okay? Because I can already see it's not gonna be right for me. If I go buy a Debenhams and they have it, I might swatch it and see what it's saying, but I don't see it being right for my kind of skin tone, so I won't be getting it. Next is also the Too Faced Peel Off Eyeliner. I don't feel like I need to have an eyeliner that peels off. I'd be afraid that once I put it on, that it might start rolling up and gathering up in the corners and start peeling off by itself. I start to get worried that that's what's going to happen. But I do like the concept, because the way my mind is thinking about it is that, you know, when you're going in with a makeup wipe and you're rubbing and you're trying to get that eyeliner off, and you know you're gonna probably create wrinkles just from all of that rubbing, so why not just have one that peels off? So that makes sense to me, but I'll just be afraid that it's gonna start peeling off in the middle of the day. So I'd rather just not, and just continue doing what I'm doing and probably just pull my eye and wipe. That's why God made micellar water, because it literally comes off in one swipe. Also, I heard that Madonna is coming out with a skincare line and it's supposed to be like expensive as hell, and I'm just like, I think I heard Kimberly Clark talking about this, and I said to myself, no girl, I agree with you. No, she is an icon, not my icon, but she's somebody's icon, like in fashion, in everything. She's iconic, but I can't see her name justifying how much her skincare line is going to cost. Like, apparently it's supposed to be really, really, really expensive, and I'm just kind of like, no, because the way my bank account is set up, I would like to be able to afford things like Pat McGrath and Natasha Denona, something that I did say in my last anti haul. Like, obviously, for example, Pat McGrath, she is iconic makeup artist, okay? She's an iconic makeup artiste. There's that connection. I like makeup, she's an iconic makeup artist. And if I can't go and spend the money on her stuff, why would I be spending my money on an icon that I don't really connect with. It's not really like that, so I'm just gonna drop that one out as well. I'm just gonna say no to that one, because a lot of the time when it comes to famous people making makeup, skincare, clothing, whatever, footwear, a lot of the time you're just paying for the name. The quality may be good, sometimes the quality isn't, but 9 times out of 10 they try to justify the price because of the name that is attached to it, and I'm not here for that. I'd rather buy something that I know is good quality and something that I want in the first place. Next is the Balm Meet Matchmaker palette. I'm just not keen on this at all. Like, I understand it's supposed to be like a matte which matches with a shimmer, like they have one on top of the other, and it's cute, like that whole thing is cute, but I don't like the colors. I feel like these are the same kind of things that we see from the Balm over and over again, like same kind of shades, same kind of, it's the same stuff. So I have to just say no to that one because I'm just not feeling it at all. And again, I'm just not going to spend more money on something that I just don't connect with, that just does not call my name. Next is the Too Faced White Peach palette. Now this is like the third Too Faced item that I'm mentioning, and you guys know that I love Too Faced, but certain things I have to say no to, and this is definitely one of them. Now this is called the White Peach palette, and as you can see at this picture, why is there a big black one? It's like a huge black shade, bang, right there. As soon as I open it, I just see a black shade, and it's like, hold on, this is supposed to be the White Peach palette. To be honest, this to me, like the whole color scheme, the whole color selection is just not cutting it with this palette. Like, it's just not making any sense to me. You called it White Peach, but where is the peach? And then you got a big black one, big black shadow. This to me just does not scream White Peach. I would have expected it to be like just a lighter version of the Peach palette, but it's not. I feel like they had some shades in the back that they haven't yet used or sold, and they're like, okay, so we need to get rid of these, so let's just quickly make a palette and just say that it's a sister palette to the Peach palette, and then let's put that together and then just put it out. That's how that comes across to me. I could be wrong, but that's how it comes across to me. Like, it just seems so thrown together, and the whole, like the project itself is named White Peach, and this does not scream White Peach, so I'm gonna have to say no. Next is the Glitter Glow highlighters by Stila. I'm just not interested in these. I think it's because Stila have such, like, their price point compared to what they actually put out. I just don't understand how they feel that they can justify these prices. And then again, the colors, like, we just keep on going through the same kind of motion. It's just, I've got highlighters. I don't need glitter glow highlighters. I don't really like glitter in my highlighter anyway. I think that really bugs me. Like my my sleek palette, there's one of my sleek palettes that has a pink shade in it, and whenever I put it on my face, it's like, I love the color, but it always has these little specks of glitter in it, and that is what bugs me. So I'm not really here for any glitter in my highlighter. I like that glow. I don't like the glitter as much in my palette, in my highlighter. And yeah, I'm just not really trying to deal with that. So Stila, they can have their glitter glow highlighters. Then lastly is the Morphe 25D palette. Morphe are just bringing out so many palettes that just look the exact same. They just have, like, there's a hair off with each of the palettes, and I feel like maybe they're just rearranging some of the shades to look a little bit different from their past one. But it's just kind of like they've got 1,000 palettes which are brown, tan, red, orange. Like, those 4 are their colours, and I understand that there's a big demand for those kind of shades, but it's like every time they come out with a palette, it's that colour. Recently they had a palette which had like 6 transition shades, like big ones in the centre, and then they had all colourful shades. That was different. I'm still not too keen on it, but that was them stepping out of their comfort zone at least. But I feel like everything since and whatever has just been reddy, orangey, browny, tanny kind of colours. And it's just, okay, can we do something a bit different? Maybe? Please? I don't know. It's just not happening. So I'm just going to stay away from it, because until that trend is done, I am one of those who's down with those natural, neutral kind of colours. But it's like, how many times can we rearrange the same colours and say that it's a new palette? That's how I feel. It's like, how many times are we going to rearrange those same colours and say that it's new? Anybody? You in the back there? No? Okay. See, so those are all of my anti-haul products. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, put me on notification, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.